Hey, everybody.
Hey, we're back for segment number 2 for the day.
So off camera, we were just talking about something, and it seemed like something that maybe, our viewers might be interested in. Sometimes we talk about local government, local politics, local things going on, be it state, right in the backyard, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. And so I'm a native of the city of Oneida now, anyway. Or maybe I should say I'm a transplant, right? That's probably the better word, because I'm not from there.
Well, you're from everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
According to you.
Yeah. Well, I'm like...
Aren't you part Australian?
Yeah, totally.
Right.
I'm basically Anthony Bourdain, right? I'm from parts unknown. So
Yeah, we know.
all right. But anyway, there were some, very bad rain thunderstorms. I want to say this was earlier this year. It had to be this year for them to figure out that they can't have school.
Was it when they just had the tornadoes roll through?
Yeah, it was like in June, right?
June. Yeah,
Yep.
beginning of June.
Yeah, so two tornadoes touched down in the Rome area, but some of the rain and thunderstorms hit Oneida very hard, and so the parts of the school had flooded, rendered a lot of the school unusable. In fact, they considered it completely unusable for this upcoming 2025-2026 school year. So for most of the summer, the Board of Education for Oneida has been trying to figure out where to put their high school students, because it's just the high school. Their elementary school, their middle schools are okay.
So is that 9 through 12 or is that 10 through 12?
9 through 12.
9 through 12?
9 through 12. So they have... I've heard so many plans floated around on what they wanted to do with these kids. One of the options they were talking about were splitting half day with the middle school and making the middle school kids only go for like 3 hours, and then the high school kids only go for like 3 hours, and that plan didn't seem sufficient. I heard remote floated again, and people were like, no, we don't like the effect that had.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yep. So that one was kiboshed. There is a college that recently closed in Cazenovia College, and
That makes sense.
yeah, and part of that has been sold to the state troopers to use for their academy, but not all of it. And there was talk of maybe letting them use that, but apparently the troopers didn't like that.
Really?
I don't know, something about having like guns and law enforcement and trying to do all their practice stuff there while kids are around,
Just make sure
Is it like a range or
Yeah,
something?
straight bullet.
They could have actually, with the new presidential fitness thing that they're coming out with, they could have these kids running downrange and dodging everything.
Yeah.
Or,
I mean,
tuck and roll, kid.
Everybody wins.
Yeah, so
They
they
could do
practice.
active shooter drills.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Boom.
So there really have not been like any great options that like would basically, they didn't want to affect anybody else as much as these kids are affected. You can't ask any other local high schools, hey, can we give these kids to you, and then like in turn, supersize your classes, and then it drags down those kids as well. So looking for a solution that was the least impactful.
So
And they came up with a plan.
So
well,
they-
I didn't know anything about this
Yeah.
until you just mentioned it.
Yeah.
It's been in the
how
paper.
bad the paper?
The newspaper.
You get the newspaper still?
Yeah.
So you're the one.
the one.
You're the one keeping them going.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for reading the newspaper. I apologize.
Which newspaper is it? The Sentinel?
The Sentinel.
Yeah, I thought that building closed.
Did
It's
it?
it costs like $3.50 a paper too. It's
Holy shit,
crazy.
that's
It probably
ridiculous.
gets.
But yet you still buy it.
It probably gets
Joanne-
shipped up.
But
from
You could get
somewhere.
it free online.
This way we can check for who died every day, apparently.
No,
Anyway,
but yours
before we
online,
get
too.
sidetracked, the building that the old high school that they use is unrepairable?
No,
Is
it's
that what-
repairable. It's just going to take
It's just
over
gonna
a year to get it
yeah,
ready.
it's going to
again.
take too much time.
It's not going to be ready this year for kids.
Because I mean, this, like we said, this happened in June. School year starts in September. It's just not enough time.
It wouldn't be safe for them.
4 months, you can't get you can build an entire house in 4 months.
3 months.
It's a school, not
because
a
I think it was the
house,
tail end of June. Because this happened after school was out, so it had to have been like end of June.
They probably would take that long because of government red tape, not because they couldn't get it done.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Get enough track.
Friggin' government.
Yeah. Well, that's why I thought this topic would appeal to him.
Yeah, getting fired up, and I didn't
Yep.
even know about it.
Right, you're getting angry.
you know-
post anger.
You know who else doesn't know about it, or would probably feign not knowing about it, since she hasn't offered any help?
Hochul.
Hochul is an idiot. We've discussed how stupid she is previously. The statement stands, and she's welcome to come on and show us that she's not an idiot.
This, to me, feels like it could have been possibly helped with an emergency declaration, maybe put up trailers near the high school or something.
Something.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's not ideal, state intervention might have helped rather than forcing this on the district to figure out. So, but anyway, they came up with a plan. There is an not being used high school in the Syracuse area because vacant high school because they are it's owned by the Catholic Diocese of Syracuse. They had 2 high schools and they consolidated them because they didn't have enough enrollment to require 2.
CDS.
Yes. So they
Makes sense.
had an empty high school. There had been a deal struck. Now, most of the parents hated it because
that's a long day.
It was going to be in an hour each
50
way?
miles round trip. So 25 going, 25 coming.
Okay.
Miles.
How many is there a number as far as students this affects?
500.
There's 500 at the high school
Yes.
between all 3 grades? Four grades.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's 125 a grade. It's not that
That's
crazy.
not that big.
No, it's not huge, but it's still a lot of inconvenience for that number of kids.
Right. And so the high school, was going to, allow busing, obviously, but that requires students to get up even earlier. That requires them to get
It was gonna be a
bussed
long
out
day.
there. Yep. There was also some talk of maybe shortening the day to alleviate that travel time. So much of this is happening on the fly, minute to minute. But the deal was struck, and this is what was going on. And the parents were grumbling, but like not.
How long ago did they decide that's the place we're going? I mean, was it within the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, like within the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, but that was the plan, and we're about 3 weeks out from the start of school now, right? We're middle of August. School starts like the 7th, right, of September. So that's 3 weeks. Yesterday, for some reason, we don't know why,
No, we don't.
the diocese rescinded their agreement.
Huh.
And now these students have nowhere to go with 3 weeks before class starts.
That's crazy. They're going to end up doing remote learning. I
They're
guarantee.
going to have to,
That's
probably.
insane. Oh my God, these poor kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's...
Well, Kylie graduated during COVID, so she didn't even have a graduation ceremony indoors. We had to do it in a parking lot.
That's random.
Well, I'm just saying, but
Yeah.
for having the kids to do with remote stuff again,
Yeah.
it upsets me that they would have to deal with this.
I mean,
again.
at least it's not because of COVID. It's
Right.
an extraordinary circumstance
and
where
it's
there's
one
nothing.
area, one school.
Yeah.
It's like if they could have done something, just even so that 1 or 2 days a week they are in school,
Well,
each, like alternate what grade is going to school.
How many
I don't know.
schools in
but-
Rome are like Staley Junior High? I don't know what the condition of the building is,
Disrepair.
but that place is open. There's Fort Stanwix Elementary School still standing. Like I said, I don't know.
There must be vacant schools all over.
I would
that
think
they
so.
could,
Yeah.
I'm told that they explored lots of different local
only-
options. I'm not sure what the requirements were, or some of these places might be in disrepair because they're sitting empty, not being used.
Yeah, that's true.
So again, like within the time frame that they had, might not have been able to be up to snuff.
Well, Oneida Correctional Facility too.
I was just thinking. the same thing.
I also heard that was floated
The-
as well,
the
and
only
that's
problem-
heavily in disrepair.
It's. I mean,
Yeah,
some
there's
of
no
those are
way.
historical buildings.
Yeah.
They wouldn't tear them down, but they decided to let all the basements fill with water.
Right. So like that one's been sitting empty for what, 20 years?
Close.
Yeah.
11, 14 years, 15 years. Yeah.
I heard that was also on the short list for consideration. And again, just not enough time to. Now, here's an idea, and it definitely would have affected the students a lot. I wonder if they could have traded off with the middle school for the second half of the day after middle school gets out. But then those kids would be all on like the weird like a 2:30 to 9:30 schedule.
Yeah, but then
that'd be
you can't
crazy.
do it because of sports and everything too. I mean, all the sports teams that they have, that's when they play.
Which apparently the field and stuff at the high school is still operable for that. I have no clue where they're going to be allowed to change if the school can't be used.
Well, what about like basketball? They're going to have to play that somewhere else.
Right.
Well,
they
can't
can't
they
use the
put? I
school.
mean, I know it sounds stupid, but like FEMA tents, can't they use like a giant tent city or?
That would require federal declaration of an emergency.
Well,
which
maybe the governor should get her shit together.
Yeah.
And worry about something other than the next election.
yeah.
Can
all
you
right.
call her, please, when we're done?
Oh, sure, totally.
Thank you.
I'll call her.
She's still not picking up. She's still not
You're
picking up my phones for bell to bell. And here's the funny story about that, right? This would require them to be using technology all day. Doesn't that fly in the face of this new bill? I mean, I get that this is an
Well,
exception.
no, that's not the same thing.
no. Well, but again,
So
these
now
kids-
they
these
don't
kids at
have
home-
any idea right this minute where any of these kids are going.
Nope. This is a continuing story, so maybe if we get an update, we can talk about this in a future episode.
Yeah, that's bonkers, man.
Yep. So, but if you're living in the
sucks for those poor kids.
if you're living in
especially
our
the seniors.
our area, you know, and you've seen this story, you know, please tell us what you think. I want to know the public thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Or even better, if you're an affected person, I'd love to hear.
Oh, yeah.
My wife
absolutely.
had told me something about they were talking about spreading the kids out. Did you ever hear that?
I didn't hear that one,
like
but
where they would have gone to several different high schools and spread the numbers out, which would be
that's
terrible
also-
for the kids too. I mean,
VVS is right there, too.
but what I mean is you'd be going, you know, like your friends might be going to this school, you're going over there. You wouldn't all be in the same place.
Maybe they could just keep one grade per school, you know what I mean?
You maybe-
12th grade goes to this school, 11th goes to this school.
I'm sure at this point, it's anything is possible. I also don't know how that works with cross county stuff because Oneida is not Oneida County for, you know, it sounds like it should be, but it's in Madison County. So
Oneida's in Madison County?
it is
Are you sure?
100%. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so I mean, like, I don't know if they could go to like if it's as simple as saying, "Hey, VVS, can we send our kids to you?" or if there's any kind of cross county issues or not. I don't know. Go ahead, look it up.
I'm looking at
But like other local districts for them would be Canastota, Madison.
VVS.
No, that's Oneida County.
Oh,
Eaton slash that might Eaton might be Madison.
why do they have to stay in their county?
I'm not saying they have to. I just don't know if there's any kind of like issues
I'm
with
sure
that
there
in terms
would
of
be
like
some issues,
taxes
but you think they
and
could
things
figure
like
them
that.
out. Well, like, here's our plan. We'll
Yeah.
figure out the money as we go. You know, at some point down the road.
Right, because I'm sure
Because they have to get these kids
that's everybody's first
in
question.
school.
You know
Number
what I mean?
one, they have to get them somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm the superintendent for VVS, and like my first question is, well, do I have to cover the cost of your kids' lunches and your this
No,
and that?
you're-
You know what I mean? Like,
I couldn't find it. I have no idea if you're right.
I'm sure. So,
No idea.
but yeah,
We'll never know.
just a current event that's going on in our area. Again, feel
That's
free
good.
to.
I'd like to find out what happens with this now too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good topic, Nabil.
I'm also trying to get in on the inside of this story. I just submitted a substitute teacher application to them yesterday,
Ooh.
so I might be in the belly of the beast.
Nice.
Well, you probably shouldn't be popping a lot of shit then either.
What?
You probably shouldn't be popping a lot of shit about it either if you want a job there. That's like me after bitching about McDonald's going to get a job there.
I'm not upset at the school
You said
district.
you
I'm
love
not.
McDonald's food
I do
though.
love McDonald's.
I mean, this is really more tangentially a poke at Hochul again.
I can't stand her. I hate her face.
Because the district didn't do anything wrong. They're handling a situation the
And
best
they're
they
just
can.
a
Is there-
local government and trying to deal with a pretty big problem.
Well, before
now.
we finish this up, is there a time frame for their school to be completed? Have they even started working on it yet?
It would be ready for next year, right?
That's yeah. What's
But have they started anything on it yet?
no
Of course, government again.
red
Inefficiencies.
tape?
Government inefficiency yet again.
Yeah, the current projection is though once the work starts, it would definitely be done by next school year.
Okay.
So they need to just worry about this year.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a good topic, Nabil.
Thank you.
Very informative.
Thank you.
That is another thing, though. If they could just
someday-
do part of the work to get an area of the school done, maybe that they could get some. I don't know.
I think it's it's like a health safety thing though too.
Yeah.
Like you want to make sure it's all good or not good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, and on that note, I guess we'll never know which county it's in. All right. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for watching Two Studs and a Dud. Please like, subscribe, and share this video.